Yo, what is up guys? So the new Vampire Exceed monster just got announced, and looking at it, it's a rank 6. They changed everything because before it was 5s, now it's 6s I guess. I don't know, we'll wait and check it out. But this is the front picture of the card on Dark Savers. But anyways, 2600 attack, 1000 defense points, a dark, and more than likely it's a zombie. But let's go ahead and check him out. So it's rank 6, 2600 attack, 1000 defense, 2+ level 6 monsters. Again, I was like, okay, well maybe it'll be easy to summon. Alright, so I guess anything can make it. But if you exceed summon this card by using a monster that is owned by your opponent as exceed material, that monster's level is treated as 6. Okay. A second part of it says, once per turn you get to detach one material from this card and then target one card your opponent controls and send it to the graveyard. The second effect says, once per turn if a monster or monsters on the field is sent to your opponent's graveyard by a card effect or is destroyed by battle and sent to your opponent's graveyard, you detach a material from this card to special summon one of that monsters into your field in defense position. Wow, okay. Well, let's talk about that. Alright, so the first effect is pretty self-explanatory. It's really decent because if anything would try to get an effect by being destroyed by battle or by card effect, sending it to the graveyard is actually something different. Although, I mean, okay, I gotta check out what other monsters we can use to summon this, because that first effect is pretty good, like where it's like if you're using your opponent's monster, then it can be treated as a 6, but that still means you gotta get one out yourself, right? But the second effect says, if a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard by a card effect, so I guess like Regeki or something like that, you're able to attach material and then special summon one of that monster in defense position. Now, unfortunately, it is defense position, otherwise it might be like too good. But there's a lot of easy ways to summon out level 6s just because like zombies have a lot of decent support. Let me go ahead and go over some of the support that zombies have. It's been a while since I've checked them out, so let's go ahead and check them out live over here. We totally weren't playing Clearfinks earlier, but I said Clearfinks, Skyfinks. But anyways, as far as the vampire archetype goes, let me check out what monsters that are level 6, because again, I haven't seen anyone even play vampire. Oh gosh. Is this the old stuff, dude? Because this card is pretty old. When it's destroyed by battle inside the graveyard, you can play 500 life points special on it during next time I face. You're probably not going to be using Vampire Cursed. Alright, and Vampire Grace, with level 5 or higher zombie monster is special summoned to your side of the field by the effect of a zombie type monster. While this card is in your graveyard, you can pay 2,000 life points to special summon this card from your graveyard. Okay, there we go. This is an actual viable card. It has to be a zombie type, though. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, maybe we can use, what is it, the card that Zombie World, right? Make everything zombies, and then it would be special summoned, as long as its level is, going to be there, because its level treated as a 6 would only be when you're exceeding. But it is a 2,000 life point cost, and you can only use this effect once per turn. And then also once per turn, you can declare a card type. Your opponent sends one card of that type from the deck to the graveyard, which can actually be pretty good. I would just call traps. Ooh, you know what would be really good, guys? Is actually sending some traps to the graveyard. It depends on what deck you're playing against. Obviously, some deck can utilize things in the graveyard. But if you're playing against a deck that might not have any traps, because that can be very common, especially with so many decks these days just trying to OTK and go real fast, right? They would actually have to reveal that they actually have no traps in their deck. As confirmation, you get to see every card, and that's actually a pretty good advantage to know exactly what they could potentially have in their hand. Which is actually something just in the vampire archetype, because like sometimes when they attack, they would like send one. But as far as like other vampire cards, let's go ahead and just check them out. Let's check. Oh wait, we need to go to we need to type in vampire. Which could be something important. Also, it doesn't have to necessarily be vampire, because it could just be level 6 that is also, I would say, zombie, because technically anything can make it. Let's just go ahead and hit. Okay, there's probably going to be way too many. Let's type in the word special summon. This is actually just a great tip for anyone that is playing this game. Let's just look at other monsters that are level 6s that are quite easy to summon. Oh yeah, Fall Trolls. Okay, well, a lot of these cards, dang, they're just, oh, do you make it in clean? Cleans, and then you get rid of the if you're playing low rate doubles, you can make without it, but getting rid of the other pendulum effects, and then you can go for it. But overall, let's go to let's actually go to zombies. Okay, this might be a little bit too difficult. Okay, Chaos Sorcerer, that Chaos Zombies. Okay, that might be something that you can throw in. We're gonna scroll through this real fast, and then we're also going to jump into just the zombies, because I think that's probably is what you're going to be using to make it, but sometimes you go through, right, and you see these obscure, okay, like, there you go. There's a card that you can actually summon, and it's real easy. You can splash it in anything, just summon it. Alright, Ill Blood, Gemini, but it's too hard, and if you're using the effect, well, it can be a little bit difficult, but since it is from either player's graveyard, Ill Blood could potentially be a card that some people might want to try out. Geminis don't necessarily have the greatest support at the end of the day, because you have to summon them again. But if you happen to do that, yeah, you could special summon, if, you know, you activate Zombie World, going back to what I was saying before, maybe you can utilize it. Maybe it could be a little bit better. Let's see, what else could you use for this? I mean, I guess you could technically Pendulum for it, but, like, that's just, like, super minus. Dang, Yugioh. Oh, dude, oh! Hero Zombies, anyone? Dude, that sounds like a fun deck. How viable is it? I don't know, but I think that is a cool idea. That's like one of the easiest level 6 monsters just kind of just throw out. But again, like it's trying to get, okay, now we're jumping into fusions, and at that point, well, we're probably going to use 2 cards to summon it, so that might be a little bit difficult anyways. So let's go ahead and go into Zombie, and let's see what our options are for level 10s. Oh, guys, the new 9-tailed Fox! So if it's in your hand or graveyard, you tribute 2 monsters, you can special summon this card. Although, like, the monsters can be anything, right? They can be tokens and stuff like that. You can only use this effect once per turn. If it attacks defense position, it is piercing, and if it's destroyed by a card effect. Alright, well, I mean, that is a newer card that works, but it's just, gosh, they need new support, I think, is really what it comes down to. I feel like most of these people probably aren't going to be using them. In Spirit of Pharaoh, we're talking about 2 old school of cards, but Vampire Grace could maybe be an option, but I think we're going to get all new support because going back to the other vampire stuff, because I actually built the deck a while ago. This is a long time ago when we got like Vampire Vamp, and she looks pretty good, but like end of the day, the older vampire support is all level 5, but I don't know, maybe something will does anything increase the level of the vampires? I mean, yeah, the zombie type gains 500, and then also it has that effect once per turn. But when a card is sent from your opponent's deck to the graveyard, you get to target 1 card in the field, send a dark vampire monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and then so you get to get rid of like 1 card when you use the effect to send, which can go again with that other vampire effect before, which we were talking about, which is Vampire Grace. That is a level 6, but let's see, what does Takeover do? If you have no card in your field card zone and all face-up monsters you control minimum are zombie types, you get to activate a Vampire Kingdom, which is just this card, and then also you just special summon 1 dark vampire from your graveyard in defense position. Okay, well that could technically be a target as well, but I feel like all this support that we had recently, it's just too old to really make this a very viable option. But anyways, if you guys know any really cool combos with this card, like how to get it out, let me know. But it seems like it's just going to be a little bit too difficult without, again, additional support. Hopefully, this is just one of many cards, but they did just tease this card. Let me know, guys, if you're excited about this. Are you happy with the effect? I feel like this effect, not too bad, but I'm really hoping for is you're going to be like summon another one, and another one. Like, you know, zombies, they come back, which is kind of what the older zombies did. Well, I mean, some of the vampires, when they're destroyed, you pay, and then it comes back during the next turn. But, like, sometimes it's too late, dude. You can't wait next turn. It's got to be now. It's my money, and I want it now. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on any of it down below. If you guys got any cool replays, because sometimes I upload videos, and you guys are like, dude, I got some spicy fire replays, dude. Hit me up. Send me in the replay file, the YRP file, to AzneyesReplays@gmail.com. But anyways, rip 10-minute AdSense. We didn't make it, boys, but thanks for watching. It's okay. And anyways, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and we'll talk about this card. I know people are really hyped for like vampires and zombies, and it's definitely cool to see some. I'm hoping they make a Castlevania archetype, but anyways, I'm signing out.